Hey girls, how's it going? I'm going to do a quick training on how to recruit on Instagram and what I have found to be most effective. So, what I realized with Instagram is there are tons of different things that you can do, and I encourage you guys to research on Google and find out how to use hashtags, find out how to utilize the things that are there for you. And once you're doing that and you are continually hashtagging and being consistent, when you get new followers and you get people commenting and you start interacting, that's when you're going to see, or at least when I have seen the most success on Instagram. So anytime you get a new follower, anytime you get somebody to like a comment, or excuse me, to like a post or to comment on a post, make it a point to comment back to them or to send them a private message as much as you can. Obviously, if your account is really active, it might be hard for you to send every single person who likes your message or your post or who comments a message, but as much as you can. When you see some interactive, maybe you're watching a movie on a Friday night and you see somebody follow you, just go and send them a quick direct message and just say, hey, thanks so much for following me. I love to meet new friends and talk about all these fun girly things. How did you find my account? I always end on a question so that they will then respond back to me. And then I just try to, have conversation. They'll say, oh, I searched like using a hashtag and I found you. And then I'll say, oh, that's so cool. Have you tried LipSense before? Or maybe I don't even start out with that. Maybe I'll say, oh, that's so awesome. Have you, or where are you from? Do you have any kids? What do you do for work? Kind of tell me a little bit about yourself. And I kind of leave it in their court and I let them respond back. Once they respond back, then I will say something about LipSense. So I usually start asking them questions about themselves first, and then I will say, have you ever tried LipSense before? And I may have a little bit of a conversation with them. And then I say, hey, you know what? It's so hard for me to type. My fingers start getting numb when I'm typing here. Do you have Facebook? I would love to head over to Facebook and chat with you voice text. Maybe I'll ask a question and then I'll ask them to do that. I'll head over to Facebook and then I'll add them as a friend and then I'll say, hey, can I add you to my Facebook group? And then, I'll continue on in a conversation with them there through voice text. So as soon as I get them to feel comfortable and just kind of have a little bit of a chat with them in Instagram, I try to move them over to Facebook, not only to get them in my Facebook group, because I think with Instagram, you can't be quite as interactive as you can with Facebook. And so I want them to be in my Facebook group to be able to get tutorials, to be able to get to know me a little bit more through my Facebook Live videos. And then I have conversations with them in the messenger at the same time. I start asking them if they have used Facebook before, they have used LipSense before. I ask them questions. What colors do you have? Do you like it? If they're a new user, I might talk to them about exfoliation. My goal is to try to create value for them, whether that's creating a friendship or whether that's giving them as much information as I can about whatever it is that they are interested in, whether it's colors or exfoliation or whatever. I'm not trying to sell them anything. That's really important. And what I found is that when you do that, you start to build a relationship of trust with people and they start to feel like they know you. And when you use voice messages, they hear your voice. And honestly, by the end of our conversation, most of the people feel like we're friends. I've had many people who have joined my team who, after our conversation, have said, you know what, I would love to be a part of this. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? About being a distributor? I feel like we're friends already. And it's just because I talk to them in the same way that I'm talking to you right now. And I do it through voice text. And it's way different when you use voiced messaging than if you just write it. So after I've kind of felt comfortable and I've talked to them, regardless of whether the conversation goes, I always will say something along the lines of, hey, I don't know if you know this, but that's assuming that they've used the product, but you can get the product at a discounted rate of 20 to 50% off. I don't know if that's something that you're interested in, but just know that's an option. There's no monthly minimums or anything like that, and it's been super fun for me. When I started, I hoped to make $200 or $500 a month, and I made over $2,500 my first month. And I have girls on my team who are doing so fantastic. So if it's something you ever want to know more about, let me know. I'd be happy to share it with you. So I don't go like right at the throat from the beginning. I want to know, like, who are you? How did you find my account? Where do you live? What do you do? I love making new friends and new relationships with people across the country and just talking about all things girly. So that's how I start off the conversation. Um, and then I take it over to Facebook. Okay, so really quickly, because I'm supposed to make this concise, and you guys know that that's like I'm not good at that. I'm just going to highlight really quickly consistency. It's so very important to post just as consistent on Instagram as you do on Facebook. So I used to, before October, I used to post on Facebook, on Instagram, maybe once every 3 days or something, maybe a little bit more than that. But starting in October, I decided I was going to post every single day the exact same stuff that I posted on Facebook. I'm going to post it on Instagram. So I started doing that. Number two, I started hashtagging every single post because there'd be many times I'm like, I don't want a hashtag. I would save a specific chunk of hashtags and then I'd maybe look up some trending hashtags. Every single post I hashtag, even if it has nothing to do with the post. If I'm talking about food, I still will hashtag all of, like a chunk of the hashtags that I usually would use, and then I would find some trending hashtags. Number three, be interactive with your people. If they like your post, if they comment, make sure you respond so that other people can see it. Make sure you're getting to know them. Ask them questions even when you respond. And then if somebody starts following you or they show some interest, send them a direct message and start up conversation with them. Once you start up that conversation, you've had a little bit of chat back and forth, in that same message, say, hey, are you on Facebook? My fingers are getting numb and I want to keep talking to you or whatever. Can you head over to Facebook and I will send you a voice message? It's so much easier for me. And then when you are talking, when you're in Messenger, make sure that you're using voice messenger. It's so, so important. It's going to be so much different than just text, a flat text that somebody is, that you're reading from somebody as opposed to listening to their voice. Get to know them. Don't like go after their jugular right from the beginning. Show genuine interest in them and their interest in what they're doing. Show interest in helping them understand the products better, asking questions. What colors do you have? What are your favorite colors? How is it with exfoliation? Just kind of like shoot the breeze type of thing. And then ask questions that will lead them to possibly ask questions about becoming a distributor. The last thing that I want to add in there is an app, and I think Leah has talked to you guys about it. Or it's not an app, it's a website, and it's called HOLR.co, not .com, just .co. And what it does is it sends out an automatic message to all of your followers. It takes a little bit of time. It only sends out like one every 7 minutes or something, but you can just write a cute little message. You guys may have seen mine, but it says like, hey girls, how's it going? Thanks so much or hey girl, how's it going? Thanks for following my account. I love meeting new people. I love kind of finding out about my followers. Fill me in, like, where are you from? What do you do? Do you have any kids? I love to get to know you, and I'm excited that you're a part of this group or something like that. Maybe you can send something out that says, hey, what month are we even in? It's April, right? So maybe you could have done one for Easter and said, hey, I'm doing an Easter special, 10% off this weekend, blah, 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 or maybe for the month of April, whatever it is, it sends them out a specific message. And you're not going to get a response from everyone, but I would say probably 80% of the recruits that I have got from Instagram have started from communication as a direct message. And a lot of them started from that communication from the message being sent to them. They're going to respond back, and then you can ask questions. Maybe they respond back with, oh, I found your account through searching through a hashtag, or hey, how's it going? I live in California. I have 2 kids, blah, blah, blah. Then you write back and say, oh, that's so awesome. Great. I have 2 kids too. Awesome. Thanks so much for following me. How did you find my account? Or you just ask questions. If you just write back and say, oh, cool, I'm so glad you're following me. Thanks. Let me know if you have any questions. Are you going to get a response back? No. You want to ask questions, open-ended questions, so that they have to respond back. And then if they don't, that's okay. Many people won't, but there's going to be a lot of people who do. Not only are you going to get a lot of sales from it, but those sales, you want to genuinely put forth effort and interest and kind of pull those questions, or give them questions so you can pull information out of them that will lead them and guide them down the road to possibly that conversation of becoming a distributor. So I hope that helps, but that's what I have done on Instagram to be successful. And I have found a lot more of my recruits and people to join my team through Instagram in the past 6 months. I went from maybe like 250 followers to, I don't know what I have now, 1,700, 1,200, I don't really know. But it's gone up a ton, and it's because I've been consistent and done what I have talked about. Okay, Maggie says, I have my first vendor event tomorrow, and I'm trying to come up with what I'll say about our booming business and why now is the time to start. So I'll finish this really quick with that and with answering that question, because Leah's already going to have my head, because this is over 5 minutes. I know it. Why is now a good time to start? It's the best time that you could ever be a part of any direct sales company. We are in a period of such high demand. Obviously, you guys know when colors come in, they go out quicker than we can handle it. You know, we can't even get in to get our orders in. The company is growing so incredible at such an incredible pace. As soon as we have these out of stock, as soon as we have the out of stock situation under control and some of our other growing pains, we are going to skyrocket and be growing faster than we could even imagine. We've got a product that everybody loves that's so incredibly easy to sell. We have a compensation plan that is better than anything out there, and we have thousands and thousands of distributors who are proof of that. As soon as we have the product available, the opportunity is going to skyrocket. So people want to make sure to get in right now when they can build their business and they can build a strong foundation and not be drinking through a fire hose trying to do everything at once. They're going to be able to build their foundation, be trained, be ready to go, so that when those colors are in stock, they can place orders immediately, build up their inventory, and move forward, because SeneGence is moving forward at a rate that none of us are going to be able to keep up with. And if they miss out on it right now, of course they can be successful in the future, but it never again will ever be like it is now. So the time is now. 0 colors in stock or 36 colors in stock. The time is absolutely now, right this second, to get in and get going. Every day matters. So anyways, guys, I hope that video helps as far as with recruiting, and also what to say to girls who are interested in becoming distributors right now. Make sure you are transparent and they're very aware of the situation that we're dealing with, but it can be a really exciting situation if you share it in the correct way. And honestly, it's not any way deceiving. It's the absolute truth. That's what we're experiencing, and that's what we will continue to experience. And what we have ahead of us is something that none of us will ever be able to even comprehend, but it's super duper exciting. So hope you have a good night. Bye, guys.